Oh my God.
Yo. It is a special episode, y'all. We are joined by the Specs. What's good?
Specs in 5.
In 5, baby.
Hey, everybody. Pleased to meet y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
What's good?
What up?
Diaphone, can you hear us? Are you live? We're live.
Nope.
You're muted.
He's waving, talking, but not.
He's muted. He's deafened. He's not here.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here. I'm
There he is.
There he is.
Hey, what's good? Okay, all right. Yes, now that we're in the final position, I can attempt to put the name tags in place.
You're gonna do this now?
I will.
Wait, you're not the iPhone? Damn. All right.
It was a little tricky based on layout before, but we're okay. What's good, everybody? We're joined by the Spectres. We're joined by Zane. We're joined by Diaphone. We're joined by Frodan. We're joined by Deathy. We're joined by Zizix, and me and Pat are here too. What's up, everybody?
I'm here too, I guess. Oh no.
Hello,
my
Pat.
team didn't win. Oh, darn.
Hey,
That's why you're here with puppy support.
Yeah, our bad.
Oh.
it was it was a solid showing for the beginning part of that. The y'all were in second place for most of the run,
For
right?
a bit.
Yeah.
And then
for
it
a
just fell the fuck apart right there at the end.
Yeah, shouts to the last day. Last became second. Second became last.
So
No, but I heard
Yeah, that was
clicking
crazy.
during group stages, though. I thought your thresh was popping off.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I also thought that too.
I should have just tried harder. Oh well.
so this is
Moving on from me losing onto you guys winning. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes,
Second five.
yeah.
Thank you. Sex and 5.
So
Second five.
this is gonna be a complete
God.
shit show of a giant chat, but fuck it, we'll just let it roll. The plan is to just more or less actually not just talk about 2XKO the whole episode, in case anyone is showing up and doing the like fighting game snore emote, which has become a bit of a thing with our chat. But
I don't have enough hourglasses for that, bro.
yes, okay, so there used to be a bit where we'd be like, when fighting game starts getting discussed, Pat would bust out the hourglass, and then to counter that, I started busting out my Mortal Kombat hourglass for when he started talking about Final Fantasy 14.
Wait,
So
wait.
you know, the conversation is on a timer basically before we got to get back to other shit.
Okay.
But this is actually like not expressly a fighting game podcast. It's fucking whatever.
He promises, guys. He promises.
It's not. It is an extension of it is after is basically doing more of the best friend cast from back in the day. But it just so happens that we both care about them, so they come up a bunch. What do you want me to say? In any case, it's a pleasure to have you guys all here. I know that this is not obviously the weekend immediately after the Slay Jam Slam, but Evo got in the way. A lot of other things happened as well, so it's been a little bit of time. But nonetheless, appreciate y'all taking the time. I actually wanted to as well, I guess, just get a brief introduction to you guys in general from your origin, and you know, especially because we're coming at this not just from a there's the FGC side, but then we've got Deadlock players, we've got TFT players in here and things like that, so I want to kind of cover all of that for anyone who's unfamiliar with you guys. Why don't we take it away, and I guess starting with Deathy, top corner.
Yeah. So you want like just a background of what I do, I guess?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey everyone, I'm Deathy. If you don't know me, I'm a educational Deadlock content creator / top player. So I played competitive for some time, but I've decided to basically mostly focus on education. I would say that, you know, if we compare to people here, my content style would not be too dissimilar to someone like Frodan or Diaphone, just for Deadlock. So, you know, mostly focusing on, you know, keeping the community updated with any news, updates, breaking down the updates, coaching people. So I've done a lot of coaching. I've coached over 500 people individually, and you know, many more in an academy. Wow. So I've coached like probably thousands of people total. And yeah, Deadlock is Valve's game that they're working on right now. It's kind of in playtest, so you know, definitely check it out. It's very, very popular despite not being released. So excited for the future.
I saw that like pretty much first result with your name when looking you up, you got Deathy, Deadlock, tier list, and then the Deathy tier meta as well. So I guess that is a regular thing. Are you putting out the gospel on what the state of the game is on a regular basis? Is that coming from you?
Yeah, so I have I mean, I have a website that, you know, I keep updated kind of with a rough tier list. But as you guys know from tier lists, like I kind of think that tier lists or whatever, but it's one of those things where everybody always wants tier lists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like in games that are balanced, and I think Deadlock is a good balanced game, generally speaking, it's like you can play whatever you want and you'll be fine. But yeah, I do kind of keep it updated.
Okay. Yeah, I went back after talking to you to this, like look at the VOD of when I checked it out, and yeah, again I looking through the cast, I played 7 and you know, was like, yeah, this seems cool, and then I went and looked and I saw that like that's considered someone that's pretty high up there in general.
Well, right now, but like back then, not necessarily. Like basically every patch it changes a lot, right? That's one thing that's different from like fighting games. Like I mean, in fighting games, as far as I understand it, it changes sometimes. But like in fighting games, some characters will be like top of S tier for like forever, basically. But in Deadlock, like a character will never stay top of S tier for longer than like a few months, usually.
Okay. Yeah, and
it's definitely not like the stranglehold like Chun-Li and Yun had on Third Strike from the beginning of time to the end of time.
Yeah. No, and the other bit too is we were gonna do something fun, and like because Deathy is also in Montreal, was gonna come over and we were gonna record from the couch, and we were all set up for that, and then the city decided today would be a yellow sky tornado day.
I'm sorry? There is a tornado?
I didn't know tornadoes go that
Tornado
high
warning.
up. That's crazy.
Tornado warning.
I've never seen a tornado in my life. Like I've had maybe one tornado warning in my entire life. So this is a very unusual event for Montreal.
Exactly.
Like, hopefully there's not actually a tornado, and like but I messaged Woolie and I was like, hey, you know, I don't think I'm gonna come over today because like I'm just gonna play it safe, you know.
Yeah, like, more than fair. Again,
bro, I moved at the right time. Jesus Christ!
And also the sky is yellow, so whatever that means, you know. But either way, like, yeah, if anything cuts out and like 2 of us drop the fuck out of this call, you know what's up.
Yep.
Guess we're gonna have to rework the podcast if that happens. Jesus.
We'll figure it out.
There he goes.
Literally into the background, roof rips off and everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that'd be so cool, man.
Most
It'd be
viewed
cool for
podcast
like
ever.
3 seconds. Like,
yeah, but no, we're gonna get you over here, and you're gonna find a controller for your tastes, because again, be it stick or leverless or whatever the hell. I have weird mixed box hybrids. I have a graveyard of arcade sticks in front of me that you can't see over here, so we'll find something for you, don't you worry.
Thank you.
Yo, Diaphone, what's good? Let the people know what's going on.
Yo, what is good, everyone? Hey, I go by Diphone. I play every fighting game, and I try to play at a very high level, and I try to make content for it. So I have a YouTube channel where I try to help people get into fighting games and also learn to play fighting games from beginner rank to even like intermediate advanced. And I also try to compete in fighting games. And my favorite fighting games are usually the new fighting games that are coming out. So, you know, 2XCO obviously being a bit new. I play that a lot. And then we have Avatar and Tokon coming out. I'll be super invested into those. And I also stream on Twitch. So, hey, everyone. And thanks for having me on the podcast and Specs and 5.
Hell yeah.
6 and 5.
Pleased to meet you, Diaphone.
Yeah. No, and
Likewise.
I feel like you definitely I know you got to show off some of the Avatar characters as well with the character matches and everything like that. Do you I know that you kind of played Street Fighter originally, but do you find yourself being gravitated more towards just games that are cracked and more anime and more like insane intense, like hyper fighting more so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I had to list like my favorite fighting games of all time, like Ultimate Marvel would be there, for example. Like crazier games like that, like Guilty Gear, even Granblue. Granblue is not really that crazy of a game, but I like the aesthetic a lot. But Avatar especially, like to me, it's like every fighting game has their own unique flair, right? Like even like Street Fighter 6, it kind of just scratches a different itch, right? Like Street Fighter 6, the thing that appeals to me is like I really feel like I'm playing the player, right? Where in a game like 2XKO, it can kind of feel like you're just playing a one-player game sometimes, where you just have to hit your combos and then hit the bullshit Oki that comes after the combo. Where it's like Street Fighter, it feels like I'm like playing mind games and we're constantly interacting. I kind of like all aspects, but Avatar especially, like I do really like the fast-paced movement and the fact that like you're constantly returned to neutral. It's just like I like refreshing takes on fighting games, and I think Avatar kind of hits that.
Hell yeah. No, it's nice that it's very cool that it is like as high, I guess, high APM as it is, and it's 1v1 still, you know?
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
you don't see that often these days at all. It's funny too because like what you're describing, like I love that shit is like crack, but at the same time, one of my favorite fighting games is Samurai Showdown, because for the exact opposite reason, because of you feel the player out in that like it's slow, it's deliberate, and every single button you press, you got to put a ring on it. It's a commitment top to bottom.
Big damage.
Yeah, but Woolie, you got fucking trolled by guys with disconnected controllers, thinking they were just being patient.
There was
like it's a bit too patient
because they were because they were down backing. If they were both standing neutral, I think we would have detected something was wrong sooner. But they were down backing. We're at Frosty Fostings, and there's a match in top 8. We're doing commentary, and like they're playing it out, laming it out, and then after a certain moment, we're like, oh man, the tension, this is crazy. And then we wait, and it's like, wait, I think a controller's not working. What the fuck? You know? But you couldn't even tell because there were other matches in that same top 8 that were like actually having these crazy stare downs, you know? But yes, that is a Samurai Showdown problem in particular, because it feels like everything is a Honda mirror match almost, you know? I love it though. You gotta have room for that at the same time as the insane high APM fighters too, you know? Well, I will say that like your videos are fucking sick, and I'm absolutely a regular consumer of your content. I like how you dive in, and I like the fact that, again, nice and early to XKO as well, like you pulled out the Vi Alawi, and I'm like, I'm watching this content. I want to see what you got going. You're making that team work, you know?
That team's sick. Hell yeah.
Frodan, what's going on? Say what's up, introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is Frodan. I am a TFT content creator. I'm like the diaphone of TFT, maybe, kind of. No, more like the Deathy of TFT.
Diaphone is he the you of
similar
TFT?
Stuff to them.
Or are they the you? Exactly.
Well, I'm the Deathy of fighting games, so I mean.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
the diaphone of the Deathy of TFT. Deathy does like a bunch of tier list stuff, and he does a lot of coverage of tournaments. Like he's always doing like a watch party. I'm doing something similar for TFT. I just finished the TFT World Championships, for example, this past weekend. And the week before that was regional. So it was like Evo. It was like State Jam Slam into Evo into regionals into Worlds. So it's been a really busy couple weeks. I'm also about to head out to EWC because EWC TFT is I have to fly out tomorrow, so it's actually a really good time.
Oh shit! Okay.
Good timing on the podcast. So I was like, I'm in the middle of packing. My wife's trying to pack for me, so, but I told her that we'll just buy clothes in Paris, so it's all good. We don't have to pack too much.
Well, again, between that back-to-back busyness and to the next thing, thank you for taking the time, just hitting the pocket in between there. Appreciate it.
For sure, anything for my boys, my specs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love fighting games. I actually play a lot of fighting games as it's like my second most common game genre that I play. So I've always like attended fighting game tournaments. I started off playing one of my oldest fighting games that I played growing up that I really loved was like this underground Naruto 3D fighting games. Like it was like Naruto Tekken.
Oh,
called it's called GNT or like
Gekitou Ninja Tyson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we played that in college.
Great Ninja
we skipped our
Storm.
classes to play that on GameCube.
Yeah, I fucking went hard
So
showing
good.
off those games. Hell yeah.
Yes. So that game, I actually, if you go back on YouTube, was my first ever FGC tournament. You could actually search it. From 15 years ago. It's like me playing
Let's
and pools and stuff like
go.
that.
Cool.
So I entered those tournaments. I entered some Smash tournaments, and I always had attended Evo on the side while I was doing other stuff because people know me from Hearthstone. They know me from StarCraft and other games that I've done over the past 10 to 15 years. But I always went to Evo and fighting game tournaments, and I actually met my wife at Evo in 2019.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Fighting games is a really special place in my heart. So even though it's not like my main squeeze, It's like my secret, like second passion. And I love playing fighting games. So I always sign up for the State Jam Slam. I actually won a State Jam Slam with Diaphone also, where we played Street Fighter
Hell yeah.
in front of a Japanese crowd. That was actually one of my gaming highlights, like ever, like one of my favorite gaming moments, like ever. So yeah, I love fighting games. It's a really special genre to me. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Super sick. Thank you. Funny thing about the Gekito Ninja Taisen, the Naruto games. So part of the reason why those were so good is because like they were made by Aiding, and that company went on to make like help with Marvel 3 and with Tatsunoko versus Capcom and a bunch of other like solid fighters. Like Aiding has been in the background, you know, with major fighting games as well. So like the bones are all there. Sick. Hell yeah.
No, I actually make so much of that. I didn't know that. So that's actually hype.
Frodon, if you mind me asking, in case there are people, I'm going to take the bullet on this for being the out of touch old man. In case there are people in our audience, including me, who are looking at footage of TFT on your channel and going, I don't know what that is.
Team fight tactics.
Yeah.
What is
what is TFT?
exactly?
So TFT, the best way I can describe it is if you can. I personally view it as like a tower defense meets fantasy sports. So a lot of times when you're playing like fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy baseball, whatever sport you follow, you basically like take a roster and then you let them perform. And then based on their performance each week or each day or each game, you kind of make adjustments. And you combine that with like a tower defense element where like in tower defense, you have like a buy round. And then after the round starts, you play like balloons or Plants vs. Zombies, things like that. Units just come across your board and you have to like kill all the units and make sure you survive. It like combines both of those elements, where you're kind of managing the buy and battle round, and then you're managing like a roster, and your roster is like League of Legends champions. So
so you're managing a Counter-Strike team. Like in my heart, exactly. You're the coach of a Counter-Strike team. Okay, thank you.
Except it's League of Legends champions.
Got it. Okay.
And it's like battle royale. So it's like the last player whose roster can survive. So you're always playing like an 8-man bracket tournament. Every single time you queue up for 30 minutes, and then the last person standing after 30 minutes is the winner.
All right, thank you very much. You've helped me become less out of touch.
Yeah. I mainly know it as the other game that pops up on the friends list Riot launcher thing that I see people playing. You know, like when it's not 2XKO, I see TFT pop up a bunch. Yeah.
You gotta be careful, man, because it's like it takes forever to understand TFT. But then once you learn, you get hyper addicted. So I would be very careful dipping your toes into it unless you're prepared for your world to be absorbed by TFT, because it's got the one more game syndrome by like, you're just going to keep queuing and queuing.
How long is your average game?
What's up?
How long is the average game?
30 minutes, but if you lose very quickly, not that I ever lose, but clearly, you know, for all the other people in chat, it's like 20 minutes if you lose.
Okay, no, that's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as I have not played League of Legends. I don't have a whole lot of MOBA experience, and a lot of what I do know is I have this fear based on Pat over the years telling me about like when you get stuck in a game with somebody who decides to be toxic and awful or throw the match and you're stuck for 45 minutes. And I'm like, oh my god, fighting games where you are the winner, you decide how you win and lose, and it's over in 90 seconds or whatever. I can't believe you're locking an hour of my time away. That's insane.
Yeah. It's not like League of Legends at all. In fact, the reason why I think TFT took off is because it's very different. League of Legends is like team oriented. You get very frustrated. And then TFT is it's all about yourself. You're playing against 7 other players by yourself. You blame the luck of the game. You blame your own player skill. So there's a lot of like elements of fighting games that I think has crossover. One of my favorite things about TFT is that because it's like a game where there's a lot of probability and math and like luck and variance, people assume that it's not a lot of agency, and they think it's like the exact opposite spectrum of fighting games, because fighting games, everyone thinks that the better player like always wins in fighting games. That's the reputation that they have, which is not always true. I mean, look at the Evo top 8 for Street Fighter. I feel like that was like kind of crazy. But it's a really funny dynamic, because they're like, you play TFT and you also play fighting games. Like one's like all luck and one's all skill. But I think they're actually very closely related, even though people have a different assumption of it.
Yeah, not to mention that there's like there's a million variables and things that go into the results of like a big event like that, including like the seeding and just how somebody woke up that day, you know, like it's not a constant of the best player is always going to be the one that wins. That's a I don't think anything works that way. Cool. Yo, Pat, why don't you say what's up and introduce yourself as well?
Oh, hey, I'm Pat from Castle Super Beast and also the Pat Stares At channel. I play a bunch of stuff, including like occasional fighting games, a lot of MMO content lately now that I've been adopted by a gang of VTubers. This is Caboose.
Oh, hello, Caboose.
He's doing his best, falling asleep. And
we're
lately,
not boring, Caboose, huh?
What's that?
Caboose thinks we're boring.
No, Caboose falls asleep every time I pick him up because it's his favorite place in the world because he's a sweet guy.
Oh.
And as for lately, Christ, I've been playing a lot of 14, but that's because I got adopted by a bunch of VTubers. I played Pal World this week, which is well, have you hopped on 1.0 Pal World? Any of you guys?
I have not. I just kind of was messing around. I started to make a second or third base with one of the betas, but haven't really been keeping an eye with what's going on with 1.0 and that.
I haven't played it in over 2 years, so I couldn't tell you what was new or what was different, but I can tell you that like the evil in my heart comes out the instant I start assigning like adorable animals to tasks. And like I just started to lose my temper and like scream at them for eating food that I didn't give them.
Okay.
And that they're not building fast enough.
Adorable animals or people, because you could also capture people in Pokeballs.
I forgot you could absorb people into Pokeballs.
It's psychotic.
Sorry, Pal balls.
Sure.
Withstanding.
Legally distinct
yes.
Pokeballs, yes.
Okay.
I can't believe you can still throw the ball and catch them after all that lawsuit shit.
Yeah.
So is this kind of like today's day and age Pikmin, a way of putting it? You do this, you do that. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
Well, it's complicated because their personalities are more distinct, but also like I'm sending some cat pal out to mine rocks for long enough, and he got hungry and got sick, and instead of doing anything about that, I just replaced him and shamed him because he's a piece of shit, needs to work harder.
The game's trailer basically showed you making sweatshops with Pokemon in them, so they practically encourage it. It's it's unspoken, but it's overt.
So do you guys think they did that specifically because of the lawsuits?
No, that was there. That was the first thing. The absolute first thing they ever showed was like a bunch of little cute like Pokemon looking things in like a factory building like bullets for a sweatshop.
Yeah, they're building like machine guns on an assembly line. So
and like the very first farm upgrade you got is a plantation.
Right.
Like it is extraordinarily overt in like the fantasy of just kicking a bunch of pals into the dirt.
Shit is nuts. We're gonna come back around to the games and what's going on. Just doing the little intro round. Okay. As for myself, hi, I am WoolieVersus.
Pleased to meet you, Woolie.
Hello, nice to meet you.
How's it going,
Welcome.
man? Yeah,
what's up?
dude?
What's good?
Yeah.
I do podcasts. I do Let's Plays. I used to be part of the Best Friends group back in the day. And
that was a long time ago. Who even cares about that old stupid show?
I know, but surprisingly, the ones who show up on like the Spotify comments or on TikTok, they're like, "Oh my God, they're still alive! Holy shit, I haven't seen them." You know,
bro. I think the worst one by far is a guy showing up to your show or you're streaming, like, "Oh man, hey, I remember you. Whatever happened to you?" I'm like, "I've been working every day nonstop for like 15 years.
Where have you been?
Break at all."
Nothing stopped. It's been here the whole time. But in the meantime, though, yeah, like I've basically been doing Let's Plays of old classic stuff, whatever, random shit. Sometimes something new, but whatever strikes the fancy. And then I'll do fighting game stuff on the weekends with the show getting to fighting games as well. I used to be like a TO and do basically organize the Montreal FGC. Back in the days of Street Fighter 4 and the 09 days and such, and that's kind of like where my fighting game background was, and then kind of more or less parlayed that into dick jokes on YouTube and farting around in front of a microphone. and haven't looked back since. So awesome.